or welcome to Orange Hat Reviews. This is my first live stream, and I figured I'd do like Q&A, whatever kind of stuff. Honestly, I'd love to see or have anybody come in, ask me any questions you want pertaining to entertainment and whatnot. Anything? Well, it's my first live stream, so I'm learning as I go. Anyway, hope you all are having a good day and whatnot. Just gonna figure out some stuff here on my phone. Let's see here. And on my channel. So yeah. Friend of mine, Brian the Observer, he actually got me to, or showed me how to get things on my Kindle so I could do a live stream. So now that I am, I'm gonna try doing it. Happy Dinosaur 8000, G-Fan, how you guys doing? I'm just sharing the stuff right now on my phone. You want to do a Q&A? You guys can ask me any questions you want. I mean, let's see here. Well, I'm doing good, G-Fan. Can't complain right now. I mean, there's a blizzard going on outside, so when the snow gets up there a little bit, I'm going to go out and shovel it up. Figured I'd try to do a live stream, see how, or if my internet continues to behave. My favorite movie. Pick a genre, and I could probably tell you some of my favorites. But my favorite movie off the top of my head, there's just so many. My favorite movie of 2019, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Hands down, that is my top, because I'm biased because I've been a fan of Godzilla since I was 2 years old when I first saw the original Godzilla, but the Americanized version of the original Gojira. I actually saw the Americanized version with Raymond Burr, the guy that plays as Perry Mason. There. But yeah, I mean, one of the things that I absolutely loved about Godzilla King of the Monsters was how they gave Rodan, Ghidorah, Mothra, and Godzilla himself loved about Rodan was that he was thinking, you could tell that he was analyzing. For me, when it comes to Godzilla, if it ain't Japanese, it's crap. Well, here's the thing. King of the Monsters was actually kind of done with a Japanese, kind of done in a Japanese style. I mean, sure, it wasn't people in suits, but it was done in a way that was kind of like the Japanese storytelling. was a little bit too many people. There we go. I'm back. Sorry, internet is spotty. So that will happen. That it's the best I could do with what I got. Sorry, folks. But yeah, when it comes to 2019 Godzilla, one of my absolute favorite parts was. There we go. I'm back. Sorry about that. One of my favorite parts was. Let's see, who else is in the chat? Happy Dinosaur, G-Fan. Who's the third? Oh, yeah, it's me. But yeah, the my favorite part in Godzilla King of the Monsters was it's not any part, or it is part of the fight between Godzilla and Ghidorah in Boston. But it was the moment where Dr. Chen says, for Serizawa. Because right then it goes, the perfect blend of the music of the original Godzilla theme. And then it was a perfect blend of how the Argo comes right out of the clouds and launches its missiles directly at Ghidorah. It was the one thing that Dr. Serizawa was mentioning to Mark. He's the key. Godzilla is the key to our coexistence. And it was at that point, in my opinion, in the movie, when humans were truly working with Godzilla to take down Ghidorah, where it was the perfect blend of the score. It was the perfect moment. How you doing, Tubian? And whatnot. I mean, it was just the perfect moment in that movie. And it always gives me chills no matter how many times I watch it. When it comes to my Movies Anywhere app, I have that movie saved offline so I can watch it on my Kindle anytime I want. And I also have Alita, which is also one of my favorite movies of 2019, my second place favorite movie of 2019. And Joker is my third place. And I haven't bought Joker yet on my digital library. I probably will sometime down the line, but not right now because, well, excuse me, I got bills that I need to pay right now. But yeah, if you guys want to ask me more questions and whatnot, feel free. I have, or I don't mind questions. You can ask me all sorts of questions and whatnot. And basically, let me just check my phone to see if my connection's running well. Yes, it is. Good. Anyway, but yeah. Tubian, do you have any questions about my channel, any of my videos, any of it? You can ask me any question you want, basically pertaining to movies and entertainment and whatnot. I mean, I'll even take requests on really quick reviews from any movie that I've seen. I mean, if you give me or ask me to do like a 30-second review or whatever, I'll actually do it. But yeah, basically, to reiterate, Brian the Observer, who I think is still live right now on his channel, I ducked out because the internet kept on giving me issues, but right now it's pretty stable. I wanted to try going live because I wanted to see if it could actually work on my Kindle, and it is. And I wanted to make sure that I can actually do a little live stream. which is pretty cool. I mean, this is pretty cool. It's going to hopefully help me get my channel out there a little bit more and whatnot. But yeah. So, what's everybody in the chat been up to? What movies should you avoid renting? Well, basically, any movie that has an agenda outside of its actual storytelling. I mean, movies like Charlie's Angels, Terminator Dark Fate, the movies that have an agenda, movies that are, as everybody else calls, woke. And the reason why I say everybody else says woke, I don't like that term because, in my own opinion, I think it's radically misused. Another nerd. And but yeah, to continue on to that previous point, the term woke is truly misused. I mean, think about it from a Matrix point of view. You have or everybody, and this is going to get slightly political, so please don't hate me for that. But look how the mainstream media is nowadays. This might be out of your wheelhouse, but did you see the remake of Suspiria? If so, what'd you think of it? I have not seen Suspiria or the remake of it. It sounds like it might be an anime of some sort. But yeah. But as I was saying, the term woke doesn't apply to SJWs. They're not woke. They're as asleep like everybody else is in the Matrix who are not unplugged. And me, I tend to think that SJWs are not woke. We are. That's one of my videos from before I started doing thumbnails. And I give a perfect explanation of it, because people who are the true woke, not SJW woke, are the ones who truly know when something is amiss, when you're seeing things that are against or that are for narrative and whatnot. Those people are like Morpheus tells Neo, and these people are so inured, so dependent on the system that they will fight and die to protect it. Basically, that's what the SJWs are. They want these things their way, and they like how everybody else and their mom, the media, politicians, and whatnot, they like, it's an Italian horror movie. Okay, I will try looking into it, and I'll see what I can do to try to review it. But and all of the media, everybody knows how the media is basically pushing agenda over actually telling the news, because the media is no longer objective. So, and people are noticing this. They're the ones that are SJW, denial of reality. Exactly. And that is why I say that SJWs are not woke, because they're not awake. They are not woken up. Biggest video game ever created. You're very right there. And I actually like it. The Matrix trilogy, I actually think, is a very good movie trilogy. Yes, it has flaws. Yes, some of the stuff is over the top, but that's part of the charm, in my opinion. I mean, I just got the Matrix trilogy and the Dark Knight trilogy earlier this month, and I'm like, which one do I really want to watch? So at first I chose the Dark Knight trilogy because I'm kind of partial to comic book movies. But then I also watched the Matrix trilogy. One of the things I love about movies is the special features. And the cool thing about special features is you get to see how the movie's made, the blooper reels, all of that stuff. That is what got me so passionate about movies and whatnot. Let's see here. Okay, internet's still functioning. I check every now to make sure that my Wi-Fi is still working, so to speak. But yeah, The Matrix, I actually enjoyed the trilogy. I'm kind of wondering what the story is going to be for the fourth one, because The Wachowski siblings, I can't call them brothers anymore because one of them is transgender, apparently. Demogeny, how you doing? And thank you thank you for the live stream. Welcome. But yeah, I want to thank Brian the Observer. He's the one that actually told me how to get StreamYard on a mobile device like a Kindle or a phone. And he just said, turn it to desktop view. And I'm like, how do I do that with my Kindle? And he told me how. And I figured, holy crap, I can actually do it now. And so, yeah, I figured do a first attempt at a live stream. So far, 15, almost 16 minutes in. I'm taking questions, movies, whatnot. Ask me any question you want. Demogeny, anybody. Any question that pertains to movies, entertainment news, whatnot, within the wheelhouse, I will do my best to answer. But, yep. So far, I've been... Right. Yeah, I am live. Brought to you by Busty Barbie. I'm never gonna live that down. But yeah, I checked outside. It wasn't as snowy as I thought it was going to be. But now it is really coming down out there. So I'm gonna be live for maybe a half an hour more. As long as the internet does continue to stay up. I mean, we've already had a couple hiccups at the beginning of the stream, but, you know, how do I feel about the Trevorrow script? I haven't read the Trevorrow script. I saw a couple videos. I couldn't finish those videos because I had to take care of other stuff. What's your credit card number asking for? Cute, just another nerd. But the Trevorrow script, I read the crawl from Ryan Kinnell's RK Outposts video, and I'm like, you know, it's an interesting take. I'm actually going to have to look into the Trevorrow script and the consensus and whatnot, the plot summary, because from what I hear, Duel of the Fates, I mean, it's a call out to the name of the episode 1 music, or episode 1's most famous piece from the soundtrack, Duel of the Fates. But it also sounds like something that I would think would be way better than what we got in episode 9. I mean, episode 9 is this visual, spectacular, turn your brain off movie. It's entertaining. Yes. When I gave my review, my moviegoer review, I gave it a 5 out of 5 because it's entertaining. People are going to watch it. People are going to be entertained by it. But my subjective and my objectives were low and very low. Objectively, I gave episode 9 a 3 out of 5 because the story was not done well. The script, the writing, it was all terrible. The acting was horrifying. I mean, the only saving grace for episode 9 was the score and the special effects were good. Otherwise, it just, subjectively, I gave it a 0 out of 5. Because, and this is coming from a person who has loved Star Wars since I was 2 years old. I'm almost 35. I'll be 35 on February 1st. And for somebody who has loved Star Wars for almost 33 years, let me tell you something. To see it so abused by what Disney has done, to see how badly Disney has screwed up Star Wars, not just Disney, but people in charge of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy and them, it pisses me off to the point, or to no end. I mean, just like Lopan says in Big Trouble in Little China, oh, this really pisses me off to no end. And it does. The fact that she is still in charge of Lucasfilm is a travesty. It really is. And I think that they need to seriously give it to somebody else, guy or girl. If they're worried about kicking her off or out of Lucasfilm and then giving it over to a guy, and if they're worried about the SJW saying, oh, you're just abusing women and you're giving it back to men, I wouldn't care about that. I would literally look at them and I would say, you know what? We're not basing the way our company is run on the gender of the person. We are basing it on the merit of the person who we want to do or have run it. Force Awakens was a remake of A New Hope, so instead of TLJ and Rise of Skywalker, would you have been happier with JJ remaking all 3 original movies? No, because the thing is, JJ is a hack, in my opinion. 40-year fan here. What they've done is a disgrace. I absolutely agree, Demongenai. Remember to share and chomp the like button. Yes, folks, please do. I could always use the likes. I could always use the share, or please get my channel shared out there. Please get the live stream shared out there. I would absolutely appreciate that kind of support. But yeah, if they were, the one thing that I've actually started saying a lot more, because it needs to be said a lot more, what did this trilogy do differently than the previous 2? Well, George Lucas had an idea of what each trilogy would be. He had the whole story planned out. He knew that he would have to split it into 3 movies each, and he would do it so meticulously that each movie came out every 3 years. What these idiots do? Oh, we'll just see how it goes. What? I mean, seriously, they had no plan going in. They didn't plan it. They just let whatever director was going to do it, and I will say this one thing about Episode 9. JJ did the best he could with what he had. He did the best he could with what he had. And that is the one reason why I will say that the movie is a visual spectacle, because it is. To be honest, it is a visual spectacle. The guy has talent, but it's overrated talent. J.J. Abrams also said, I wish people would like Star Wars simply because it's Star Wars. I mean, you're a 15-year Star Wars fan. You're 20 years old. Hey, man. So you grew up with the prequels just ending, if you're 20, you're dealing with the prequels, well, just started a year before. So, yeah. But, hey, the prequels and the sequels, I'm a prequel defender, man. I actually like the prequels. And one of the things that a lot of people do actually make fun of me, I'm a Jar Jar fan. I like Jar Jar Binks because I understand his character. And I understand what was originally intended for his character. And therefore, I'll defend his bumbliness and whatnot, because originally he was not supposed to be such a bumbling character. But yeah. But as for what just another nerd asked, who would I have to make the new trilogy, or a new trilogy? Honestly, I'm not really good with all directors and whatnot, but I'd probably give it over to Spielberg, somebody that knows George Lucas. I'd give it to George Lucas, for frick's sake, man. I rented the original trilogy before you saw the prequels. Awesome. I mean, I actually own Despecialized Edition trilogy on Blu-rays. So once I get another Blu-ray player, I'm going to watch those again, because I enjoy the nostalgia. I actually won those from a giveaway at Odin's Movie Blog during a live stream. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the original trilogy. Even Despecialized is still better than this crap that we got from Disney. Disney also, from what I'm hearing, possibly is looking to cancel the Kenobi series. And I'm like, so you're taking a female director's project, Deborah Chow. Everybody knows how good episodes she did on The Mandalorian. She did great episodes on The Mandalorian. Now, I'm not sure whether it's confirmed or not, whether Kenobi has been canceled. But I do know that there have been creative differences cited between Ewan McGregor and Disney. They're having a tiff right now. And so, yeah, it's like they want Kenobi to be this or that. And, well, Ewan McGregor's been Kenobi for years. He knows Kenobi in and out. He played young Kenobi and whatnot. So, yeah, I think maybe they should focus on what he knows would be. You see, Disney's too used to being in control of everything. That's what they are. They're a huge megalomaniac corporation. They like to be in control, and they want basically to be in control of everything. They're control freaks. They're a freaking dom to everybody else's submissive. And that's not how they should do it when it comes to Star Wars. They should take Star Wars from the people who lived, eat, breathe, bleed, sweat Star Wars, like everybody who has been a part of it, and they should listen to what they have to say about what they know of their characters. And they should go off of their stuff. I mean, we all know that Mark Hamill fought J.J. Abrams, or not J.J. Abrams, but Rian Johnson tooth and nail during the production of Last Jedi. Luke wouldn't do this. He wouldn't just disregard C-3PO. He respected C-3PO. Everybody knows that scene where he just winks to C-3PO. And the original thing was Ryan wanted him to just walk by C-3PO as if nothing was there. It's like, he wouldn't do that. He would acknowledge C-3PO. You know? So, yeah. I mean, it's just a shame. I'm ashamed of how Disney has treated everybody and how they have mistreated Star Wars. I mean, it's truly shameful. But yeah, the one thing that turned me away from Disney more than anything was when Stan Lee was still alive and that kid, or I think it was during a time he was still alive. Yeah, it was. When Disney told a British father whose kid died that he asked them permission for a Spider-Man headstone. Disney said no. Marvel said no. We don't want our character associated with death. That was the first lie they told this parent. And people called them out on it because we all know how Spider-Man became Spider-Man. This kid, who I think died at 4 years old, he was a massive Spider-Man fan. If Stan Lee, actually, I think it was after Stan Lee died, but I think it was. But if Stan Lee was alive, not only would he have allowed it, he probably would have paid for the whole dang thing. I mean, that's just the kind of guy that Stan Lee was. I mean, it sucks how he was treated before he died. Not everybody knows this, but Stan Lee was radically abused before he passed away. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And then they said, well, we want Spider-Man to maintain his innocence. You guys did read the comics, right? Spider-Man made a deal with the devil. Yeah, he made a deal with Mephisto in order to keep his aunt alive. And Mephisto, he's like, well, souls are kind of old. I'm going to do a new thing. You're not allowed to be happily married to MJ anymore. Your happiness will no longer be allowed. And so he kind of killed the marriage instead. And then Disney says, well, we don't do that for people. 2 towns over, a couple years back, another kid died, and the parents were allowed to do an Iron Man headstone. What's your next lie, Disney? But that was 3 strikes, you're out. You see, when Disney does that to a grieving family, and I say Disney because Marvel is owned by Disney, that is when I draw the line. So yeah, anybody else have any other questions? I mean, I think the 3 people in the Rip Ollie. Yeah, Crisis of Infinite Earths. Oh, also the kid Ollie. I forgot that the kid's name Ollie. Yeah. But yeah, that kid, he was a huge Spider-Man fan. I believe he went to Disney World, or was it Disneyland, dressed up as Spider-Man and all that stuff. The kid loved Spider-Man. And Marvel just pulled that evil crap, man. It was just ridiculous. And I think that it is very disturbing and crazy. But yeah, hold on one second. Let me just. Oh yeah, it looks like it's coming down out there pretty nuts. So I might have to end this broadcast early. It does look like I am gonna cut it short, folks, because it's now coming down out there very heavy, and I do want to keep up with the shoveling so I don't have to put or bust out the snowblower. That was actually one of the things I did say I wanted to do. But I want to thank all of you guys for sharing my live stream. Demaj and I, Happy Dinosaur, Just Another Nerd, G-Fan, all of you guys, Tubian, thank you for all dropping in on my first live stream. Oh, nice. Happy Dinosaur. I wish you best of luck in rebuilding it and hope that you're successful at it. Anyway, folks, I'm going to do kind of like my normal outro with my videos. Y'all know the drill. Smash the like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know how my first live video was. Let me know your thoughts, what I could do better and whatnot. If I'm able to do it, I will do it. If I can't, I can't. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Review. This has been Orange Hat Review. Sorry, I just got a bunch of messages from a friend of mine. But anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. Catch y'all on the next one.